Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Real Estate Investing with Tarek. I am your host, Tarek El Musa. I'm just kidding. I'm going to give it a couple seconds here while everybody joins our training this morning. I'm super excited about today. Today, I just want to go over a couple tips and ideas to get out there and find your first deal. And if we have enough time, I want to talk about analyzing a property to make an offer. And most people think it's so difficult to analyze a house, and it's really, really simple, actually, the way that I do it. So I want to talk to you guys about that today. And overall, I've been really enjoying these things. So you guys ask me any questions you can think of. And today I'm with you guys until about 9:25 a.m. because I need to head out to Watts, California. I'm filming some Flipping 101 today with an actual homeschooled student. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a student in my program, homeschooled, who's also in a Flipping 101 episode with me. So super, super excited. So let's just kick this thing off. So I want to talk about finding your first deal. Okay, so this is maybe for someone that's newer to real estate investing. And when it comes to real estate, there's a lot going on between title, escrow, contingency periods, offers, EMDs, right? But what I'm going to try to explain to you guys today is none of that really matters until you get the deal. So a deal is the most important part of any transaction. And the majority of people, they spend most of their time working on everything but finding the deals. Okay, they work on designing, they work on operating their business, they work on business plans. They work on so many things that actually don't find them houses. So finding houses, it's the most important thing you can do as a real estate investor. So here's what I would do if I had to start all over today with no money and nothing. Okay. So you got to remember this: real estate or business, anything actually, is nothing more than a contact sport. What is a contact? A contact is a conversation with the decision maker, whether that's a homeowner or a real estate agent. So here's what I would do. And you got to remember this: the more contacts you make, the more leads you're going to get. The more leads you get, the more deals you're going to get. The more deals you get, the more money you're going to make, right? So it's very simple math how I think about this business. So if you talked to 2 homeowners a day, are you going to get more deals than if you talk to 1,000 homeowners a day? Absolutely not. It's impossible. Why? Because talking to 1,000 people creates a lot more opportunities than talking to 2 people. So if I was new today, my number one goal, it wouldn't be about anything else other than having 50 conversations with either real estate agents or homeowners. And the conversations are as simple as, are you interested in selling your house? Or if it's a real estate agent, do you have any off-market or distressed properties that I could purchase and have you represent me? Okay, so think about that, right? 50 contacts a day. And listen, I was a crazy man, so most people aren't going to be able to do 50, but at a bare minimum, if you want to be in this business, you need to be at 20 contacts a day, 20 conversations, okay? And the conversations could be through calling real estate agents, okay? You can go on Zillow and literally just get real estate agent phone numbers. You can skip trace notice of default properties. You can skip trace and get the phone numbers of absentee owners. You can get the phone numbers of multiple property owners. So within Homeschooled, we have a software called Deal Finder, and Deal Finder will scrape data for you. So the first thing I would do is say, okay, well, I want all the people that live in Orange County, California, or all the people that own real estate in Orange County, California, but they live out of state. So then I would get that list. Once I got that list, I would skip trace it. What is skip tracing? You send it to another company where they're going to look at all the data, the addresses, the names, and everything, and then they're going to send you the phone numbers. Once I get those phone numbers, I'm going to call every single one at least 10, 15 times until I reach them. So I'm going to keep trying every single house. On top of that, if it was local, I would go drive to these houses. I would knock on the doors. And while I was knocking on the doors of the houses on my list, while I'm driving in the neighborhoods, I would look for other fixer-upper properties. When I drive by a fixer-upper property, I would pull my car over, I'd get out, I would knock on the door. If nobody answers, I would leave a handwritten note. So you see what I'm doing here? It's all massive action. So you're calling people, you're driving, you're knocking on their doors. So these are just homeowners, and these are examples of things I would do, guys. So then for real estate agents, you got to remember this. Real estate agents, they're coming across opportunities throughout the year. And it's important to build long-lasting relationships with real estate agents. So if they get a deal in 2 weeks from now or 2 months from now, you're at the top of their mind. So what I would do in my local market is go on Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, whatever it is, and just look up all the homes for sale. And I would just start calling real estate agents. I was like, hey, Mary, I saw you have a listing at 123 Main Street. Looks like a beautiful house. The reason I'm calling is because I'm a real estate investor, and I was wondering, do you have any off-market or distressed properties that I could purchase and have you represent me? The majority, like 99.9% of the times, they're going to say no. Great. So let me ask you this. In the future, if you come across a fixer-upper or a distressed property, would you be interested in selling it to me? Well, most of the times they're going to say yes because they want to make a commission. So now what did you do? You had a conversation with a real estate agent. They know what you're looking for. You built some rapport. So what do? Well, the goal is in the follow-up. From there, every 10 days until this real estate agent tells you to never call them again, and I'd still probably call them, you're going to follow up. Hey, Mary, it's Tarek again. Just giving a follow-up call. Have you come across any deals in the last 2 weeks? No, I haven't. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Click. 2 weeks later or 10 days later, I'm going to call back. Hey, Mary, it's Tarek again. Same question. Just wondering. If you keep calling Mary, eventually Mary's going to say, oh, well, I came across this deal. Oh, actually, there's an agent in my office just sent an email that they have a fixer-upper coming on the market. You are never going to be successful in this business if you're not generating leads. And guess what? There's only 2 ways to generate leads: active outreach or paid marketing. Okay? So if you don't have money for paid marketing, guess what? You got to put in the work. And that is the only proven way to find houses. So again, it's about a contact sport. And Wes asked me a question. How many houses have you bought by knocking? Oh man, I mean, this is like back in the day. I would say I would say 1 out of every 4 houses I bought probably came from knocking. And here's the thing when it comes to knocking, I would drive to neighborhoods that were distressed, right? I would drive to neighborhoods that needed some love. I'd get out of my car and I would go door to door for hours. I just knock on doors. And guess what? Like, it's not fun. It's all about your mindset though. How do you look at it? So here's how I would look at it. We all need to exercise. We all know it's good for us. So instead of going to the gym and walking on a treadmill, just go walk some neighborhoods. When you're walking up to that front door to put a flyer or a note or something on the floor mat, well, guess what? You're exercising. So you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So get out there, get fresh air, get some exercise, get the blood moving, get your energy up. And guess what? You're exercising and looking for deals. So just get out there and do it. And here's another thing. If there was a property in notice of default, I would drive to that house. I would knock on that door. Someone's there, someone's not there. Doesn't matter. I did my job. I went to the house. But here's what you do. When you're knocking on that house, you knock on the door to the right, you knock on the door to the left, and then you knock on the 4 across the street. So now when you're door knocking, you're going for a specific house, but since you're already in the area, you might as well knock on some doors around that house. So again, massive, massive action. This is nothing more than a contact sport. So I'm going to take a look at some questions here real quick because I've been talking a lot. And I don't know if you guys heard, but at the beginning, I got about 25 minutes today till 9:25. Wes got a verbal offer accepted last night for a light flip. Awesome job, Wes. Great job. Buying it sub 2. Oh, by the way, I know I got some homeschooled students on here right now, but tonight is our Wednesday night webinar live training with me. We're going to be on for about 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And tonight we have a very special guest. Pace Morby is coming on to be talking about seller financing. So tonight is very, very excited. So guys, if you're on right now, make sure you show up tonight. It's going to be absolutely incredible, especially with this changing market. Seller financing sub 2 is going to be a very big thing. It already is actually, but I think it's going to get even bigger. Danny, looking forward to having you join us on the Managed Space podcast next year. Me too, Danny. Looking forward to it. Tyler, yeah, Watts, California. Aloha from Maui. Oh, my friend Beardy Brandon lives in Maui. He's such a great guy. Let's see here. Courtney, all right, awesome. Good for you. Um, Sorry, guys, these messages are coming in fast. Courtney DeWitt. Last week you mentioned taking out. Uh oh, hold on. This thing's moving on me. Last week you mentioned taking out $700,000 on $1 million house to use for two other rental properties. What type of, sorry, the screen keeps moving. What type of loan would be considered? I would say talk to a mortgage professional. So here's the thing: instead of trying to figure out everything out on your own, be like Tarek. Tarek always asks other people for help. So if you want a loan, go talk to lenders. Say, what is the best way to borrow money against this house so I can buy more houses? So it might be an equity line or it might be a new mortgage, right? It just depends. But right now, for example, the rates are about 6.25%, where a year ago you could have borrowed that 700,000 against your house for under 3%. So it's all based on the math. You just have to make sure that your return on investment is greater than the new mortgage amount. Excuse me. All right, let me see if I get some more questions here. I've thought about getting a real estate license. I think getting a real estate license is great, but don't put house flipping to the side to get a real estate license. I think you should be doing both concurrently. Zena, I'm excited for tonight's boot camp. So am I, man. It's going to be so much fun tonight with Pace, and I'm going to be on with you guys. And don't forget, guys, if you like the stuff that we have going on at Homeschooled, we offer free strategy sessions. So you can literally book a free strategy session and learn how you guys can get involved with our community, because we are a community. We are a family where we support each other. We coach each other. We mentor each other. And that's what it takes. Like, we are a tribe. So if you want to join us, you got to book that strategy session. Hi, Tarek. Hello from New York. When you started out, did you also have funding in place before you talked to realtors? No, I did not. A lot of times I would figure it out once I got the deal. And the beautiful thing today is, if you don't have the funding, you can structure your contract by putting an assignee so you can wholesale that deal. And wholesaling is a great way to make money. I've done wholesale deals where I've made 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. So you can make some really good money wholesaling. And again, if you don't have the money to buy houses to flip and you can't raise private money, wholesaling is a great way to get started. and for my homeschool students, here's the beautiful things. I was talking about making contacts and finding the deal. You guys, don't forget, if you find a deal and you don't have any idea what to do, every Thursday night we have deal review and partner with Tarek. So if you generate a lead and you have a deal, you bring it to Thursday night's review. We're going to let you know what we think of the deal. And if you want to partner with us, we're going to partner with you on that deal. So we're going to hold your hand through the entire transaction, like one-on-one coaching, A to Z. So it's really special. And we just launched that about 2 weeks ago. If nobody answers the door, do you leave a postcard or a business card? Catherine, I would leave a handwritten note. I would say, hey Tarek, hey Tarek, my name's Catherine. I'm writing you this note because I'm looking to buy some real estate in the neighborhood, and I was wondering if you had any interest in selling. Just something simple like that. Yeah, any words you want that gets your message across. Christina Wilbanks. Strategy session is the same as Founders 50. Yeah. All right. Ma is a homeschooled student. All right, I'll be seeing you tonight. Tonight's going to be a lot of fun. Laura, on Thursday, it's at 4:30 p.m. So every Thursday, we have the deal review. And also, if you like, you guys can partner with Tarek Buys Houses, which is my company. And like I said, we'll hold your hand A to Z through the entire thing. And that's the best way to get some deals under your belt, before you get out there on your own sometimes. Okay. So we're getting a little bit short on time. So yeah, we talked about the different ways to find the first deal. One is actively prospecting homeowners, door knocking, calling, texting, and also real estate agents. And don't forget, the most important part about your real estate agent prospecting is once you have a good conversation with someone, you're going to add them to your database. And don't forget, every 10 days to 2 weeks, you're going to call them back and ask them the exact same question. So imagine this. Imagine you've had 1,000 conversations with real estate agents, and every 2 weeks, you're calling 1,000 real estate agents, and they're out there looking for deals every day. Do you think you're going to get a deal? Think about it. 1,000 real estate agents looking for deals. They know you by name. You've had conversations. I would say yes, you're most likely going to get a deal. And that's why it's so important. Here's a note from Adam. Homeschooled by Tarek is a must. Adam is one of our shining star students. He is a rock star, just crushing the game right now, flipping so many houses. And most recently, he's partnered with me on some commercial real estate projects. So don't forget, if you're an accredited investor, you could actually buy real estate with me now. And you can go to my website, which is temcapital.co. And right now, we're actually buying a 376 unit apartment complex in Northwest Arkansas. And I'm actually flying out there this Friday. So I'm going to be walking the building, meeting a couple of our investors. So real excited for that. Okay, so I'm going to go to analyzing a deal real quick. It's not going to be super detailed, but I'm going to try to simplify this thing as much as I can. Okay, so just remember this. When you're analyzing real estate, forget about the math and the numbers and all that stuff. Just think about your eyes, use your eyes and your ears, right? So just be very present and acknowledge what you're looking at. So what I mean by that is you can't take a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house that's 1,200 square feet and compare it to a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house that's 2,200 square feet. They're not the same houses. Now, can you take a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet house and compare it to a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,100 square foot house, or a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 square foot house? Yes, because they're all pretty similar. Is the 4-bedroom going to sell for a little bit more? Yes. Is the 3-bedroom, 1-bath going to sell for a little bit less? Yes. So here's what you want to do. You just remember, you want like properties, similar properties. Okay. You're not going to take a 2-story, 3,000 square foot house and compare it to a single level 1,100 square foot house. So here's what you do. Let's just say someone came to me today and they're like, hey, Tarek, we're moving out of state. We need to sell fast. I need to sell my house, and it's a fixer-upper. They call me. They go, hey, Tarek, we want you to buy our house. It needs a lot of work. I ask them all the questions. What's the condition? What's this? What's that? And then they say, well, what do you want to pay? Okay, well, now I got to come up with a price. So the first thing I do is I run the comps. So let's just say this property is 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,200 square feet. So this is the property I'm trying to buy. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,200 square feet. The first thing I do is look for all the comparable sales within a 1/4 mile to a 1/2 mile of the subject property. Okay. And you're looking for similar properties that look similar year built, similar size. So I would say you can go up about 20 to 25% of the property size or down 20 to 25% of the property size. What does that mean? If it's a 1,000 square foot house, you can look at comps up to 1,250 square feet and down to 750 square feet. Okay. So you can add 25% to the size of the subject property for the comps. So if the house I was buying was a 2,000 square foot house, you can compare that to like 2,400 square foot houses or like, 1,700 square foot houses. But remember, to get the most accurate information, you want the houses to be most similar. So subject property, I said, was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,200 square feet. So now I'm running a 1/2 mile circle around the house I want to buy. And I look for, honestly, the 2 highest similar comps. Let's just say right around the corner, there's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,300 square foot house that just sold for $600,000. What did we just, and it's remodeled. So what did we just learn? The highest similar home in the area just sold for $600,000, right? But it's remodeled. So now we know the target. It could sell between, no, it's a little, ours is a little smaller, so maybe we get 575, okay? But then the problem is the house we're buying is a fixer-upper. So then the question we ask ourselves is, well, how much money do I need to spend on my house to make it look like a $600,000 house? Well, based on my experience, I know to remodel this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, it's going to cost me $100,000. So now I'm going to take, let's just take the sale price of $575 minus $100,000 to fix it up, puts us at $475,000. Okay. I know when I go sell the house for $600,000, I got to pay 5% in realtor fees and about 1.5% in closing costs. So let's just call it 6% in fees to sell the house. 6% of $600,000 is $36,000. So now so let's just call it 40,000. So now we know the target resale price is $575. It's going to cost us $100,000 to get there. So 575 minus 100,000 is 475, and we know it's going to cost us 40,000 to sell it. So 475 minus 40 is 435,000. So what did we learn? We learned that if we bought this house, or if I bought this house for 435, if I spent $100,000 in months of my life to fix it up, hired a real estate agent to sell it, I'm going to make what? $0. Why am I going to make $0? Well, my break even is $435. Well, I want to make money, right? So if my break even's $435, my offer's got to be lower. So in this case, I might offer on this house $325,000. Do you see what I did there? $325,000 because I know my break even's $435. So if I can get it for $325,000, I potentially stand to make a profit of $110,000. And that, my friends, is how I like to analyze real estate, and that's how I like to write offers. I'm going to take a look at a couple questions here really quick. I like that. Good morning, Professor. Okay. Yes, the year is important. Like you can't compare a 1950s house with a 2015 house. Can you compare a 1960 house with a 1970 house? Sure. Similar. Just remember similar and don't overthink it. Use your eyes, use your ears. Simplify this business as much as you can. Can you compare a Honda with a Hyundai? Yes, you can. Can you compare a Mercedes with a Honda? No, you can't. Okay? You guys understand what I'm saying here? What if you live in a smaller community and there's not a very good comp? I mean, that's a very long answer. I would have to personally analyze that deal myself. You're gonna have to look back. Okay, so one example is you can look for houses that sold maybe a year. You can go even 2 years back, but then you have to use the math to come up with today's numbers based on appreciation and depreciation. So in this situation, I would reach out, Laura, to some local real estate agents who know the market and get their opinion. How about carrying cost considerations? Absolutely, that is a very good point. I didn't even bring up carrying costs at all, Bianca. Do you want to know why? Because it's already in the math. Because I said if my break even's $435 and I can buy it for $325, that leaves me a profit margin of $110,000. And realistically, on a house like that, my total carrying costs are going to be about $25,000. So I still stand to make a profit of almost $100,000. All right, everybody. I had such a great time today. Unfortunately, I got to cut it 5 minutes short because I got to make it all the way up to LA right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed everything I shared. And I am just so excited for tonight with Pace Morby going over seller financing. So you guys got to make sure you are there. You do not want to miss this. It's going to be gold. And for my non-homeschooled students, man, we would love to bring you into our tribe, into our community. So don't forget to schedule your strategy session. And I'll see everybody next week.